back, and I'm back. Let's see, 10 minutes. All right. Setting my timer, y'all, because I didn't eat lunch, and I'm about to eat lunch. So while I wait for it to get done, because I didn't bring my lunch with me today, I was going to see. Here's the thing: I was gonna bring my lunch with me, and I should have, but what I ended up doing was leaving it. I made oatmeal for breakfast. I ate that, and then I'm like, do I really want to travel? What's good, Lonesome Dove? How are you? Do I want to travel all the way back on the other side of town just to go get my lunch and heat it up? And then I felt like that was a waste of time. So I try to do things that saves me time. Right now, my time is the most valuable thing. My time, my health, my family, my happiness. Those are the most valuable things to me. So I decided that I'm going to come try to order a healthy meal, which I'm trying to stay away from bread, but I'm ordering it on the 8-grain toast, avocado with tomato, but it's got cheese and egg on it, which I should have taken off the cheese and egg. And then you can get home fries, seasoned fries, grits, or what else? What else? Hash browns. I don't really care for grits, so I'm getting the home fries this time. Trying to stay away from the seasoned fries, y'all. It's all a process. It's not easy. Eating healthy is not easy, y'all. But I'm not going to complain. I just think that what I need to do is take time to go to the grocery store, buy the items that I need, and then try to meal prep. Y'all, that's a lot of time. And then sometimes if you don't use the fresh food fast enough, it goes bad. Then you still wasted your money. So I'd rather get the food that I know I'm going to eat because I'm going to actually eat it. I know that I'm going to eat it. It's not going to go to waste. So that's just my theory. That's just my concept. But anyway, like I was saying earlier, we were talking about this Trump Epstein nonsense, right? This whole debacle. And y'all, right now it is 71 degrees out here. It's very warm. It is very warm today. So it says what we know about new Epstein emails that mention the Trumpster. Okay, everybody, hashtag make America great again, huh? I had the second grader read to me a book, and it's these little characters. They look like bunnies or something, and one of the characters' name is Arthur. And don't you know that book was talking about making America great? I didn't even know they had a book like that for second graders. But anyway, yeah, he was going to meet the president. He had to make a speech and everything. And this second grader was very well read. I was very impressed because a lot of second graders that I come across, they are struggling, y'all. Little melanated boy, but he did very excellent. I had him read the whole book to me, and he was reading all these words that a lot of fifth graders don't even read, and that's really sad in today's time. So where did we last leave off? So Epstein had an email. Andrew emailed Epstein in 2011, y'all. And it says, as well as Trump, a released document also mentions Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew. So Prince Andrew was all caught up in this stuff. He responded to an email forwarded by Ghislaine Maxwell via Jeffrey Epstein in March of 2011 about alleged actual activity with a masseuse working for Epstein. Maxwell had forwarded a right of reply email from the Mail on Sunday on 4th of March, making numerous allegations about Maxwell, Epstein, and then Prince Andrew. The right reply email states that a woman whose name is redacted in the release document was introduced to Andrew by the disgraced financier in 2001 at Maxwell's house in London, where she had you know what with Andrew. On the 6th of March of 2011, the Mail on Sunday published a story including a photograph of Prince Andrew and Virginia Jeffrey. Andrew has always denied any wrongdoing and has not faced any charges. They're probably not going to face any charges for any of this. I don't think Trump is. I don't think, anybody in that family is going to face any type of charges for this, because these people get away with whatever they want to do. I mean, they control everything. So just like remember when COVID hit in 2020 and all those celebrities had those ankle monitors, Obama had one. Who else? Oprah Winfrey had one. Ellen DeGeneres had on an ankle monitor. Did anybody get in trouble for anything? No, they didn't. And on top of it, Ellen got to amicably step down from her talk show, even though we know that she was allegedly involved in, child traffic lights, right? All these people, they all of them do the same stuff. Let me actually put my earphones in here. Let's see until my food gets ready, so I can hear me a little better. I forgot to hook my microphone up, y'all. I still have some, what do you call it, congestion going on. All right, I'm scrolling back up, y'all. All right. Oh, so here's the email. Here's the email right here. I'm going to show it to y'all. This is the email that they're talking about. If you can see the screen, I don't know how well it's going to focus, but this is the email that they're referencing right here. Hopefully y'all can see this. This is an actual copy of the email that they're referencing. So as you can see, this is gmax1 at lmax.com on April 2nd, 2011 at 9:39 p.m. GEE vacation at Gmail response importance high. I have been thinking about that, and I want you to realize that dog that hasn't barked, and it shows it right here, okay, in the red. So let's keep going, y'all. So they're saying that the hit dog didn't bark, talking about Trump. They've been thinking about that, and then what these emails reveal. And a second email exchange released by Democrats. Wolf writes to Epstein. Y'all, this wind is really blowing out here. Okay. In a second email exchange released by Democrats, Wolf writes to Epstein in 2015 to notify him that CNN is planning to ask Trump about their relationship, either on air or in scrum afterwards. So these people know what the news media is going to do and everything because they have basically ties and they have points of contacts and references. Wolf writes, I think you should let him hang himself. All right, this is where we left off last time. If he says he hasn't been on the plane or to the house, then that gives you a valuable PR and political currency. You can hang him in a way that potentially generates a positive benefit for you. Or if it really looks like he could win, you could save him generating a debt. He adds, of course, it is possible that when asked, he'll say Jeffrey is a great guy and has gotten a raw deal and is a victim of political correctness, which is for an interview that could finish. These people are so calculated and cold, y'all. There's an opportunity to come forward this week and talk about Trump in such a way that could garner your great sympathy and help finish him. Interested? Question. A third email released by Democrats is dated January of 2019 during Trump's first term in office. In it, Epstein tells Wolf, Trump said he asked me to resign, apparently referring to his membership at the president's Mar-a-Lago club, adding he was never a member, ever. Epstein adds that of course he knew about the girls as he asked Ghislaine to stop. Responding to the release in a video he posted to Instagram, Wolf said, some of those emails are between Epstein and me, with Epstein discussing his relationship with Donald Trump. I've been talking to about this story for a very long time now, he added. Andrew emailed Epstein in 2011. As well as Trump, a release document also mentions Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, formerly Prince Andrew. He responded to an email, okay, this is what I was reading earlier. Basically he had something to do with this girl too, one of these alleged victims. Andrew's reply reads, hey there, what's all this? I don't know anything about this. You must say so, please. This has nothing to do with me. I can't take any more of this. Maxwell had forwarded a right of reply email from the Mail on Sunday on March 4th, making numerous allegations about Maxwell, Epstein, and then Prince Andrew. The right of reply email states that a woman whose name is redacted in the release document was introduced to Andrew by the disgraced financier in 2001, where they had relations. On March 6, 2011, the Mail on Sunday published a story That's my timer. It's almost time for me to go get my food, y'all, including a photograph of Prince Andrew and Virginia Jeffrey, y'all. What's good, Maddie Ice? We're digging deeper into this stuff. I gotta go get my food, though. Andrew has always denied any wrongdoing and has not faced any charges. Now it says Peter Mandelson contacted Epstein in 2016. So the White House is saying Epstein's story is a manufactured hoax. Lord Peter Mandelson, who has sacked at the UK's ambassador to the US in September over his links to Epstein, is also mentioned in the new documents. Y'all, who else is in this mess? What's good, Matty Ice? The latest previous report contact between the pair was then business secretary was when the then business secretary took advice from Epstein in a banking deal in March of 2010, just months after the American businessman's release from prison for trying to comment on the emails when approached by the BBC, y'all. What the survivors have said. So Annie Farmer, y'all, these people are a hot mess. One of Epstein's accusers and a key witness in Maxwell's ex trafficking trial shared a statement after the emails were released. In it, she said, the more information that comes out about Jeffrey Epstein, the more questions we're left with. Survivors deserve more than a trickle of information. Farmer demanded the full release of the so-called Epstein files and said the estimated 1,000 women and girls who were harmed by Epstein and his associates deserve full transparency. Y'all, what do y'all think about this? What is y'all take on this? Do y'all think that they're really going to fully release all these Epstein files? I highly doubt it. I think they're always going to play these little mental gymnastics with the American people. What's good, Barbara Thompson? Behind the scenes, they know the truth. They know what they've been all doing, what they have been partaking in. It's no secret. I think Trump knows about it. What did he do when he was alone with that victim? Maybe he was having a conversation. Look, I don't know, y'all. The biggest concern here is what is going to happen in January the 30th to the 31st, because they said even though technically we're out of the shutdown, it's still not in the clear because that is only good for so long. That's number one. And then we don't know what's going to happen with these healthcare benefits out here for people. We don't know what's going to happen with these healthcare benefits. And do y'all think that these Epstein and Trump files are a distraction for the American peoples to forget about this shutdown and what's about to occur in the next month or so? What do y'all think here? You said you're cool. Thank you, Barbara Thompson. Y'all, I really have to go get my food, but I really want to delve a little deeper and a little bit more into this. And I don't believe that Epstein is DEAD. I think he had so much money, he could pay the security guards, he could pay to get that footage removed because he didn't magically disappear out of jail, y'all. That when does that ever happen? What's good, King Hazy? We are not stupid. No, he's not DEAD. He's probably somewhere in a different country with reconstructive surgery, so much money that he could pay people to go out and do what they need to do for him, hiding somewhere in an underground bunker, because you know a lot of these politicians and these people, they have invested into underground bunkers, including the celebrities. You don't believe he's dead either? I don't either, Maddie Ice. I never believed that story when they pushed it to the forefront. And I kind of think that he has people, boots on the ground, that is watching out for him. He could be watching the White House. He could be watching everybody that was complicit in this stuff, making sure they don't talk, making sure they don't do anything. And I don't think that that lady back in April, one of the alleged victims, I think they said her name was Virginia, committed suicide to herself. I don't think that. Why would she wait all this time and then commit suicide earlier this year? Come on, y'all. That makes no sense. It takes me back to 9/11 when people were about to testify and then magically they started disappearing off the globe, right? A lot of people, even if you go back, I don't know if they've scrubbed the internet, but a lot of people were telling the truth about what they saw, what they heard. One lady came on camera and said she was about to testify and said, I don't plan on committing suicide. Don't you know that lady ended up DEAD? I think in her at her house or in her driveway. Y'all, this government, this political campaign, these people in the White House, they're nothing to play with. These people, America is one of the biggest mafias on this globe. They are bullies all around the world. They do what they want with people, you know, and for these alleged females that were victims and trafficked and whatever happened to them, they know the truth, but I think a lot of them got paid off not to talk. That's what I think. That's exactly what I think. Celia, you said speaking truths. That's how I honestly feel. Because I mean, why would they just be quiet and silent, right? They're probably very scared and fearful for their lives. They have been paid, I'm pretty sure, very handsomely, because you're thinking about these very high political figures. You're talking about, they call it royalty. You know, you're talking about them. You're talking about all these people that have all this pull, all of this like power and control. Y'all, them people not talking. They are not going to talk. That's just my opinion on it. But anyway, y'all, thank you so much for tuning in. I have to go get my food out of here. I'm hungry. Ich bin hungrig. Okay, Mir is hungry. I'm hungry, y'all. I haven't eaten, so I need to go eat. I'll tune in with y'all later. If you are out today, stay blessed. Have a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day out here, by the way. Um, Remember to always walk in your divinity, celebrate yourself, and I am signing out. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. And I'll be tuning in with y'all later. We'll talk a little bit more about these things that's going on and this politics in America. All right, y'all stay safe out there.